Y'all, it's your boy Sheik Luch, LOXD.
Yeah. Jawn with Uncle O and Charlie Mack. Uncle Mack. Make sure y'all tap in, cause it's crazy. Tap in.
They say the Jawn.
The Jawn with Uncle O and Charlie Mack starts now.
It's Jawn with Uncle O and Charlie Mack. And
man. Listen, man.
in the building.
To say special guest, man, I wanted to read this.
Hold on, before you read that, before you go there.
This looks so good.
Before y'all go there, I gotta get this out, okay?
What's that?
This is sponsored by the Jawn and Uncle O and Charlie Mack is sponsored by TGI Fridays, the legendary City Line Ave TGI Club Fridays, man. So yeah, let's get back to it.
So this is what I want to read. I want to read this, D, because I've never ever actually like looked up the definition.
What?
Definition of king. Okay. A king is not measured by the power, but by responsibility. A king leads without fear, protects without ego, and serves without needing applause. He builds his path where none exists and makes sure that others can walk them safely after him. A king's crown is earned through consistency, sacrifice, and integrity, not noise.
Wow.
That's a king. Okay? Now, definition of a legend. A legend is not remembered for what he had, but what he gave. A legend changes the game so completely that those who come after him never play the same way. His influence outlives his presence. His voice echoes beyond his time, and his story becomes instruction. A legend doesn't chase immortality, he creates through impact. Wow. This is what we have right here.
Yeah.
Okay? So because people throw that word around a lot, right? King and legend. I'm saying to you, we have the king, the legend from Queens, DMC. Everybody get up for DMC.
Give it up for DMC.
Please give it up for DMC. Please give it up. So, D, this is the thing.
Mac, I need you to talk in the microphone.
I'm very excited today. Y'all got to know I'm very excited. It's my brother right here. So, D, what people don't know, we were blessed in 1988 to be a part of the Run-DMC Run's House tour.
Right.
I'm saying, I don't know for you, but I'm saying for us, meaning JJ from Fresh Prince, it was the greatest tour ever.
Right.
Because we were all brothers, right? So the hierarchy was Run-DMC was the kings, right? Public Enemy was the militant brothers and sisters. JJ from Fresh Prince was the nice brothers. EPMD was the baby brothers. And then JJ Fad was the baby sisters.
Right. It was
and everybody played their part.
Right. No,
but the thing about it was, to me, was like, when I first came to Hampton, Virginia, right? And they had conjoining rooms at the hotel. I opened up my door. Guess who's standing there?
Right, me.
DMC.
DMC
and I told him he can leave it open and come in and out as he wanted.
Wow.
Crazy. Pause on coming down.
Pause. Hey, hold on. This here segment is being sponsored by Paul State Insurance because let them come in and out when they want. It's crazy. The fact that we paused in DMC is crazy.
That's even crazy in itself. But no, D, so tell me that time for y'all, because again, like, you're so humble, so I don't really know if you understand the magnitude of what is for me sitting in the position I'm sitting in. Where you sat at that time, what was that? What was life for you at that time?
I mean, I felt, to answer that question truthfully, the way you was feeling around me was how I was feeling around Chuck.
Wow.
PE.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I couldn't
That's dope.
believe
That around that time.
Yeah, it was crazy because it was like Chuck, was from Long Island.
Yes.
They was on WBAU radio.
Yes.
So, and but see, people don't understand. Like, everybody was saying, you don't know who you are. I do know who I am.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? For me to hear Chuck and Flav and Hank Shockley and Keith, Spectrum City, and all the demos and the stuff that he was playing, to be next to him was like crazy for me. Yeah, but I'm DMC, you know what I'm saying? So he's giving it to me, and I'm trumping, I'm stepping on what he's giving me.
Wow.
So, like, for me, I was in a dream.
Wow.
Not just because of the old English, neither. When I heard Public Enemy and Son of Berserk, because it was my first interview, Run-DMC's first interview ever was at WBAU Radio.
Wow.
And we walked in there, and Flavor's job was to answer the phones.
Wow.
So what's funny is the same Flavor that we're walking in right now, sitting there with styrofoam wings, you know how Flavor.
Yes.
Yo, G, he was answering the phone. So I walked in there, and then I saw him, the guy that said, "What goes on?" Ooh. Well, I'm all lit. Like, it was crazy for me. So I'm, at every height of my career, I didn't know I was doing all of that stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it was
You
crazy.
didn't know you were the DMC?
No, I didn't. Because it was like, my thing was, Run was Run,
Right.
son of Curtis Blow. I'm his friend. I had some rhymes. We did these records. But for me to make these records with Run, it's getting me. I'm sitting here, Melly Mel walks in. And Cat, you know what I'm saying? And Grandmaster Flash told me one time, I put my box on his Lincoln Continental. He said, Joe, don't put that box on my car. And I was like, yes, Flash got mad at me. So, I mean, Charlie, at that time, like you said, it was brothers.
Yes.
Even though we were all from different places,
Yes.
we felt it was all like a neighborhood movement.
Absolutely.
Which was so beautiful.
It really was. It was not.
You know what
I
I'm
don't think we had a bad day.
No,
when
never.
we
And
did
it was
30
like
cities,
we knew each other.
Right. I'm talking about, and it really morphed into it. Like I said, the very first day, I'm saying I opened the door, you're there, and it was welcoming still today.
Right.
From that moment to right now.
Remember on my birthday, you and Will?
Yes.
Because I was a big Sade fan.
Yes.
They went to the record store and brought everything Sade, including the life-size stand-up cardboard
That's
images.
crazy.
Hold up. So I come back in my room, because the door was open, so I didn't know. I come back in my room and
As a lifestyle.
Sade's in my room with the CDs. I'll never forget that because they knew I was a
yes,
Sade
Let me ask you this question. So sitting here looking at Mack right now, wearing the attire that Run-DMC wore in that time.
By the way, this hat was given by DMC. It's authentic.
And
okay?
yes, and it's signed. But during that time, what does that make you feel like right now watching Mack wear what Run-DMC started in?
What not only us, what we represented means something.
Right.
And that's really missing from hip hop right now.
That's wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we done prove hip hop is cool. We done prove we sold records. We can sell records. But everybody's so focused on we can sell records and
Right.
prove the music industry thing. When we was moving records too, don't get it twisted.
Right. Yeah.
Will Smith, EP, and we all was moving records. But that wasn't even a concern.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It was something deeper and special in that. Seeing them like that means that we meant something. Because somebody was, to add to the legend thing, this was maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, I was in Sturgis at Sturgis Bike Week, you know what I'm saying, with the bikers and everything, cowboys and all that stuff. And it was telling me, yeah, there are legends that, like you call me a legend, but he was telling me, I don't exist without the people that experienced it with me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole legend thing means everybody there that was there to experience with me.
A legendary experience.
Exactly.
Amazing.
And we all part of that, you know what I'm saying? So sitting there and looking at that lets me know we mean something.
Right.
Now, understand, I didn't say we used to mean something.
You mean something to this day.
Forever.
Right.
It's eternal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And having that kind of staying power, because now you may hear an artist maybe 2 or 3 months and then they're gone.
That's because of the music business. Anything that is sacred and holy to a nation or to a people or to a culture will get diluted, polluted, and destroyed once it's commercialized. But it's up to the nation and the culture and the people to say, we don't care about none of that because we will always have it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, of course, in the music business, like your success in hip hop has nothing to do with the record you sold. So, and your success in hip hop, you ain't even got to be on the mic or a DJ like a Charlie.
Right.
If you understand what I'm saying.
No, I understand.
Your success in hip hop has nothing to do with the record sales that you had. That has a lot to do with the music business.
Right.
Has nothing to do with hip hop. You're like, when you look at Jay-Z sales and Eminem sale, it still doesn't make them bigger than Reggie Reg from the Crash Crew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, Charlie?
No,
Remember
really.
the Crash Crew?
Absolutely.
Crashes, rocking on the radio, all
Crash
of that.
Crew, number one.
But
See, that's forever.
But even still with that, you just talking about music, but look at where we are today from the way y'all paved.
Well, let me talk about Hampton, Virginia. This is so cool. So it wasn't Hampton. It was one show where Rakim was on the bill with us.
Yeah, Rakim wasn't on. We wasn't
They
on
wasn't
the show.
on the tour.
We wasn't
Oh,
on the
y'all
show.
wasn't on that
No,
show.
we was just on Run's house.
But I remember standing on the side of the stage, and it was EPMD. It was Run-DMC, EPMD, Rakim, Public Enemy, and somebody else was there. I don't think it might have
that
been
wasn't our
Jay.
show. That wasn't our tour.
Wasn't JJ Fat.
No.
But I just remember to answer the question. I remember standing there, and everybody started going, yo, what's so good about this hip-hop stuff? So, yo, Running them got us in arenas, Running them got us with the Adidas deals, Running them got us this and with the movies and everything. And then Chuck might have been, what, 26? 25? 26.
Mm-hmm.
So with that man voice, he said, nah, the most powerful thing about this is the power to communicate. We always got mics and we always got cameras in front of us and all of this and all of that, right? And then the discussion went to the money that we was getting, and everybody was talking about, man, we got the oil English, we got the weed and all that stuff. And I'll never forget Chuck saying, I ain't get high a goddamn day in my life. So I remember he said that, and I went back to my room, Charlie, and I sat there, and I said, and this is very naive, I was like, if he doesn't get high, how the fuck he rhyme so well? Because the perception was, so to answer your question, the 50th year anniversary of hip hop was 3 years ago. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I was with y'all.
That's crazy.
I thank you for that.
So I was saying 50 years of hip hop and we just getting started.
Right.
Why? Because now we can do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we can become the networks.
Mm.
Now we can become CBS, ABC, and NBC.
And even
Because
still,
before,
y'all provided, because of what you did, provided jobs. Like I did radio for 15 years. I did radio.
Right. Yeah, right, exactly. We made it you didn't have to be on the stage.
Right.
You could figure it out.
I wasn't on the stage.
It was giving you something to do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was the beauty of it. But I think what Run-DMC's importance is this. I said it on Adidas. We took the beat from the street and put it on TV. We didn't create it, but we took it as it was and wasn't going to let nobody change it neither and put it on TV so everybody could see I can do that, but I can be me. Because what you've got to understand, the first MCs and DJs, the first rappers, I hate rappers, that sound, you know what I'm saying? Because when you say rappers now, the first thing people think is who got in trouble, who's, like it's totally different.
It's taboo now.
Back in our day, if you said rapper, they would think, oh my God, damn, our soul is wonderful. Will Smith, Run-DMC, like it was so, now there's like a
stigma.
A stigma with it.
Stigma.
But the first rappers are brilliant. They had no rappers to look up to.
Right.
Once they, Melly Mel and them, Funky 4+1, Treacherous 3,
Fearless
4, Mo D, before he went solo and made records and battled LL when he was in the Treacherous 3. Nobody knows they rhyme like me and Run.
Wow.
But they just didn't do it on the big records.
Cold Crush Brothers.
You know what I'm saying? Cold Crush. That's where we got
DMC.
DMC. I changed my name from Easy D to GMC because of the Cold Crush initial of my name routine over Rockin' and Pocket. So that was some powerful stuff. But what I was trying to say was we took the beat from the street, put it on TV for everybody to see. So I just met somebody yesterday that knew about the, what was the 24-hour hip-hop club?
After Midnight.
After midnight. Yeah, I was in Jersey, and we had an hour talk in the Old Foods about the After Midnight. And so we used to be in Hollis, right? We used to be in Hollis, off the road, nothing to do. And somebody would say, yo, let's go to Philly after midnight. So if that ain't hip hop,
Run-DMC though.
This is up there. We Run-DMC. We would drive
after midnight. Come all the way down here for the after midnight.
Wow.
Millions of times.
So let me ask you a question.
Times.
I always wanted to ask this question too. So my understanding was, and I don't know if it's an urban legend or not, that Russell didn't want you in the group, right?
No, not at all. It was Run-DMC.
He said to you, go write your rap. Go to write.
Well, no, he told me this is what happened.
Tell me, clear it up.
All right, how it exactly happened. Starting in the beginning. Yes. Run was making a record already called Street Kid. He had a record called Street Kid.
Gotcha.
I'm just a street kid. You know that early hip hop stuff.
Right.
I'm just a street living in the city, and you gotta work hard. And
on the Melly Mel
one
tip.
of those.
On the Melly Mel tip,
Curtis Blow, Melly Mel.
Yeah.
Those records.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So when me and Joe met, we met in 8th grade. He came. I used to be a DJ. I was Grandmaster Get High.
Oh, so you was a DJ?
Yeah,
too.
I was in the Flash.
Wait. Why was you Grandmaster Get High?
Because you didn't need not chronic. You didn't need reefer or old English. Yeah, you didn't need reefer or old English because my music would intoxicate you.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice.
Love
Nice.
that.
I
Yeah,
like
not
that.
because I got high.
No, I like that.
I was Grandmaster because my music would intoxicate. So I wanted to be Flash. So I learned the quick mix, soup. I could scratch like the, I was that guy. So Run came over my house one day to play ball because the rim in the schoolyard at the Catholic school broke.
Mm-hmm.
But I had the best parents ever, Byford and Bannon. I was like, don't worry, kids, I have the best parents ever. Come over to my backyard. So I saved the Catholic school kids, you know what I'm saying? Because look, you would have to go all the way home and get put on your street clothes to go in the hood with Catholic school.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So one day, usually it'd be 50,000 kids in my backyard. One particular day, Joseph Simmons from another class comes over. So we play ball, and usually I would go in the house, because remember the rule when you was in no company,
Yes.
Oh,
when there was no
right.
parents
Home.
home.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would usually go get the pitcher of water in the Dixie cups and give everybody water like that. But since it was Joe, we got out of school 2:20. My parents get home till 4 o'clock.
Gotcha.
So it was like 3:10. I was like, come in the house and get the water. So when he came in the house, he saw me and my brother's turntables. And he was like, yo, do you do that? And at first I said no. Because it was my in the basement, my world, my getaway world. But then he goes, yo, do you see those flyers on the telephone poles in the trees that say Rush Party? And I said, yeah. Well, my brother's Russell Simmons. I'm DJ Run, and I'm the son of Curtis. And he started, and I'm here.
Yes. Your eyes is like,
I'm like, oh, okay. And I said, yeah, I could do that a little bit. And he was like, show me something. So I got on and showed him. He was like, yo, you good. I scratched Super Sperm, Good Times. I can't stop. Like I was killing it. So what we would do was we get out of school, play ball for a shorter time, and then go in the basement and DJ. So he would come in with all these tapes of the Crash Crew, Zulu Nation, and only during summer though. Because remember, he's still in elementary school. Wow. But during the elementary school, he's doing Bear Mountain, he's doing Connecticut.
so what are y'all,
he's doing
12,
Jersey.
11, 12?
14.
14
years old. So he's bringing all the tapes of, this is what I do every summer. So we was doing that. Rappers Delight came out. The Breaks came out. Like all the Rexes came out. So what got me writing rhymes was one day my brother comes home with super rapping, right? So I'm trying to be Flash, and I'm looking at that and it says super rapping. Remember, I'm a comic book kid. So it got my attention. Superheroes, what's super? Like, because Rappers Delight, was a very attractive label. Rainbows, it was colorful. But the record was like 7 minutes long.
Yes.
And one rapper would rhyme, the next rapper would rhyme, the third rapper would rhyme, then there would be a break, and then they would do it all over again. So the only thing I liked about Rappers Delight was the Superman rhyme. And not only because it was superheroes, later on I found out that was the Grandmaster with the 3 MCs was Grandmaster Casanova, Grandmaster Cass.
Yes.
But long story short, so my brother brings home super rapping, and he puts the needle on the record, and it said Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, what's that? So I put that on. Rappers Delight was like, it was cool because it was rap and it was that thing. Hip hop, there, it was phenomenal. But it couldn't touch what was about to happen to me. So I'm trying to be Flash. I'm Grandmaster Get High. I put the needle on this record. This thing says it was a party night. Everybody was breaking, the highs was screaming, and the bass was shaking, and it won't be long till everybody knowing that Flash was on the beatbox going. And I'm going, what the? And then it goes, introducing the crew, you gotta see to believe. We're not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went running, give me a pen.
That's what did it.
So I was Grandmaster. I was in my basement. I was Grandmaster Get High, and the MC was me, but I was Easy D. So I wrote all these Easy D rhymes. So going back to Joe, I would write my rhymes like my diary when nobody's around. So this one particular day, Joe comes over. I would usually hide my rhyme book because that was my, that was just for me.
All that was
you don't want him to see.
He finds it, and I'm doing the give it, and he said, what is this? And I'm like, that's my rhyme book. And he said, now he's in it. But then he opens and says, oh, shoot. yo, this is good. And he looks at me and says this. This is this 79, we in 8th grade. He looks at me and says, whenever my brother lets me make a record, I'm putting you in my group. Just like that. So he says that to me, right? That shit was a foreign language.
Yeah,
like, what? I don't do this. You and Curtis blow, and I just do this for fun. And he just went like, okay, I'm gonna hold you on that. So when we graduated St. Pascal Baylon, 8th grade, he went to Andrew Jackson. I went to Rice High School in Harlem, which was known for ball, but I was a straight A student. But when I got to Rice, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, all through there, when I got to Rice, the kids from there, they were from Harlem, the Bronx, and Manhattan. So I get to Rice, they got every live performance. I'm hearing from the kids that lived there with their boomboxes. The records were cool, like, the new rap language, Supercalifragilistic, all of that, all the records, I get there, they got all of the hip hop from 79 to 73.
Wow.
On tape. So I'm hearing the Grandmaster Flat. I'm hearing the Italian, Caucasian, Japanese, Spanish, Indian, Negro, Vietnamese, MC, disc jockey. Look at those bars.
Mel was.
You know what I'm saying? But hold up. Now on the tape, I'm hearing Melly Mel over the net beat. I didn't even know it was Walk This Way yet. And he's got a Melly Mel, y'all, with an echo rock. Well, y'all, from the top of World Trade to the depths of hell. I'm the MEL and Mr. Ness.
The Jawn with Uncle O and Charlie Mack is being sponsored by the legendary City Line Ave TGI Fridays. Tim Hampton and the crew, thank you very much. Now, back to your show.
My pen game's changing. So 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th, because I used to, when I first started, it was, I like going out on sunny days, go down to the Ave to check out Maze. I get my sneakers, it's that type of rap.
So that's your first kind of rap situation.
Yeah, because
were you writing through the course of that time? I'm talking about from elementary to high school.
I'm writing from, started writing in 8th grade with super
so consistently
79. Yeah, just not for a purpose. Just the rhyme thing goes with the DJ thing. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because in the beginning, coming to Queens, it was flash tapes. Everybody would, you just got flash. So I'm writing my rhymes, 9th grade, 10th grade. So as I'm hearing, Funky 4+1, Cold Crush, Furious 5. There's the Furious 4 before Raheem was in there, because Raheem was in the Funky. So I'm hearing all these tapes. So the pinnacle moment and I didn't know this all was prepping me for what was about to come. I had to tell a story like that.
No,
so in 12th grade, from 9th to 12th, there was a guy named Terrence Washington. So every Friday he would bring, remember Charlie, the tape cassette holder things?
Absolutely.
So he would bring it open, he would open it up, and people would buy tapes from him. So in by the time we got to 12th grade, it's usual procedure. Terrence Washington, we've been going to school for 4 years or whatever. He brings it in, he opens it up, and there's one tape in the middle. And most of the tapes was like $3, $4, $5, $6. This tape was $12. So I go, and he should have never said it. I said, yo, what's that one? He goes, you can't get that one. And I'm like round it, and it said Cold Crush 4 versus Fantastic 5 at Harlem World. Okay, Cold Crush 4 versus at Harlem. What the fuck is that?
Right.
Like, so, y'all gotta have it tape, yo, please, man. Come on, man, this and that. I only had like $4 on me. So then it became payment thing. I'll pay you $4 this week, $4 the next week, $4 the next week.
Away.
So yeah. So I take that tape home, I put it on, and this is, I didn't know all it, this is the music and hip hop gods setting, I didn't know what was about to happen. Because remember, the last thing Joe said to me is, when I make my record, I'm putting it in my group. So 4 years go by. So I take this tape home, and I had all the tapes, Sure Shot, Crew, starring DJ. And, but people don't really realize that, on those tapes you had Busy Bee say, McDaniels, what show plays, and this and that. And, I talked to Kaz about it. He said, yo, it's crazy, man. We used to fucking, we used to glorify drug use. Because anyway, at a hip hop party, anybody out there sniffs cocaine, if you like something that say blow, and everybody would say blow, you know that like that. But this tape was a little different. I put this tape on, And this thing says, what's up, fly girl? What's up, fly guy? Hello, fly girl. There's the big throwdown at Harlem World. The Cold Crush 4 versus Fantastic 5. And I had never heard rap like this. They ain't no comp. We'll eat them alive. And then they said, because we're the best when it comes to rapping. And like the flyer said, it was bound to happen. So the time is now. Let the battle begin and let the crowd be the judge of who wins. And then they went like this. We don't need tuxedos, because all we want to do is talk Kevin, Dot, and Master Rob, and Rip, and Ruby D like we always do. Say what? We battle Fantastic, and I had never heard so. And here's a little gift, and I had never heard anybody. So before they go, they all can know just who they're fucking with.
Oh.
Give me a pen. Oh, my God. Throw that Easy D shit out, this and in, and I'm sitting and I'm writing, trying to, get that feeling. And then the initial thing came on. In Rice High School, 12th grade, I was taking typing because they're trying to set the students up to go into business. And at the end, you would type your initials at the end of a business letter. And when I heard the initials of my name, a GMC, you can search all your life, but you'll never see a higher powered body rocket in the galaxy. I'm the first and never last. Well, I'm the Grandmaster Cat. And then JDL came, and the commercials all on TV. So this blew my mind. The initials of my name are JDL. I want to go to heaven before I go to hell, and I'll be pushing more power than a Dora. So I was like, oh, shit. So I changed to Easy D, from Easy D to DMC. So I started writing all these mean rhymes. Now, you understand, I'm a Catholic school kid. They like
big
comic
girls.
books. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? In uniform. And I'm writing all these mean rhymes. I graduate Rice High School, class of 82, June of 82. I get accepted to St. John's University.
Mm-hmm.
I get a letter, because in 12th grade, you send out your resume. So I get a letter, Charlie. I come home and there's a letter addressed to me. I open it. We're even proud to inform you, Mr. McDaniels. So instead, my mother and father's in the kitchen. I run past them to the basement to write a rhyme.
Hold on, before
That
you do that,
rhyme.
I got to do this right now.
Go ahead.
I'm DMC in the place to be. I went
to St. John's University. Right. So I wrote because my rhyme book was what I was writing every day. So in August of 82, sitting there, I'm going to St. John's. The phone rings. It's Yo, D, what? Remember 4 years ago when I told you I'm going to make a record? Yeah. Grab your rhyme book. We're going in the studio. So we went to the studio in August of 82. We recorded It's Like That, right? So Run just called me and said, D, you're a smart motherfucker, because I was a straight A student. Write a whole bunch of rhymes about how the world is. He had his, but I was the writer. So I came and finished the record out. So we go and we make It's Like That, but the It's Like That was like this. Russell originally, you're going to love this. Russell originally had it. It was going to be Run-DMC.
Right.
Now, they didn't know the DMC thing yet.
Yeah.
Because to Russell, this is your knucklehead friend Darryl. He don't no stage presence or nothing. So he let me and Run record It's Like That together because I wrote it. But he was going to do the Martha Wash thing.
Right.
Where Run was going to tour, but I wouldn't be somebody else would be doing my part.
Got you. I heard it was a girl. One of the girls.
I'm going to get to that.
Got you.
He was going to audition
motion,
people.
Mack.
So there was a lady, this is documented too, in England called DJ Lady Blue. She was the first DJ in England to bring hip hop over to England. So that was going to be, not Jay, that was going to be his DJ. And she had a pantomime pop locker. And I'll never forget, after we wrote the record, Russ was like, nah, D can't do the record, whatever. And Run's going, please, D got Ron. I could see Run still crying, please, D got Ron, please. So Russell leaves. And Joe goes in to record. So he had already had Circumcised for his B-side. That's why you hear him 3 times. I wasn't on the record.
Right.
So he loved the way. I had a rhyme that went 2 years ago. A friend of mine asked me to say some MC rhyme. So I said this rhyme that I'm about to say. The rhyme was definite and it went this way. I took a test to become an MC. The president became amazed at me. So he put me inside a Cadillac. The chauffeur drove off and we never came back. We went uptown to buy some black because the hardest hard was not the whack. Then we went to a store to buy some beer. Chauffeur drove off and left me there. So I asked this freak for a dime. The girl was on and she was so divine. So I called the OJ from the phone up, pull a car with a light green tone. We got in the car, so did this freak. We got so high, she kissed me on my cheek. Came to our house, we paid and got out, and what happened that night you all know about. So that was my rhyme, and Roman was like, yo, that's the fly way to start a rhyme. So he was like, could I start my record with that? I'm like, yes. Like, and not even, you know, you gonna pay me writers. I ain't know, no, yeah, start, because this is my boy Joe. He's making the record.
Right.
I made the record just to make, I just want to say, I got a rap record that I'm not on. Like, imagine if Run would have went solo.
Yes.
And there would have been a room, you know, there's some guy Darryl McDaniels say he wrote the rhymes on this. Like, it was going to be one of those.
Back then, people wouldn't have believed none of that.
So Joe lays the, because Joe knew I could write, and he knew I could rhyme. So Joe lays it, and then he comes out. Russell leaves the studio. So he goes, yo, D, go in there and say a rhyme. And I'm like, yo, I didn't write anything for the second, like, I didn't write it. He's like, motherfucker, you're not Joey. Motherfucker, just go in there and say a rhyme. And I'm like, okay, I'm scared now. So I go in there, what was my newest rhyme? The St. John's rhyme. He said, I'm going to pass you, you know, in the booth, I'm going to pass you the mic, motherfucker, and you just say your rhyme. So DMC, and if you're ready. So this is the stars lining up. Go, DMC. And he was surprised. What the fuck? Joe was like, oh my God, Larry Smith.
Yes.
Roddy. So Russell comes back. What's that? Play that again? For the rest of the session, he didn't play It's Like That. He didn't play none of Joe's parts in the rhyme. Everybody who came in the studio, yo, play the DMC rhyme. The whole night, he said, the label can't play the DMC because he had never heard somebody say St. John's University and chicken and collard greens on the record. And that was the start of it.
Wow.
So, you know what I'm saying? Run knew what the riches, you know, Run, because he knew the showbiz side of it. Me, it was just.
When
like
did you actually,
thing.
I'm saying, because you're just kind of just being you, when did you realize, I'm saying, I have a pen? Like, I actually can write, I can rap. And then your tone, too.
Oh, yeah.
So when did
I
that
didn't
kick in?
start getting confident till the second single, Jam Master J. Because remember, after we did Circumcise, and It's Like That, every hood. Remember, Circumcise, you couldn't go no
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Like, like.
What did that do to you, though? Like, in terms of your.
I got tired of it.
Really?
I got tired of hearing my fucking record everywhere. I was mad.
I got tired of it.
Why?
Yeah.
What was it about hearing your record everywhere you were tired
I was
of?
like, because they played it everywhere. I wanted to hear
and it kept playing it over and over again.
I was like, man, play fucking Force MDs. Let Me Love You. And because all those records is out too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
How did you feel when
I hated hearing people drive and carry boomboxes because it was always my music. So going to the clubs at night, I got to hear everything else that was out. So yeah, Run was fucking soup.
Oh yeah,
motherfucker. Like, yo, you know, Joey.
Yeah, he's on his.
You know what I'm saying? In a good way, because that's what he was working.
His music was out. He wanted to hear himself.
So he was working, and it was very encouraging. So my courage then kicked in because when we had to make the second single, was kind of at a loss. Like, now, I'm writing though. I mean, I got fucking volumes of rhymes and stuff like that. So Russell, to stay commercial, says do Curtis Blow's Hard Times over off the album. People don't know that Curtis Blow, our Hard Times is a remake of Curtis Blow's off of his album, the 42nd Street album. Yeah. So we do the Hard Times to stay in It's Like That mode. So backtrack a little bit. When we started getting gigs for It's Like That and Circumcise, we needed a DJ. So the best DJ in Hollis was Jam Master J.
So he was already clearly that.
Jay was
already that.
Yeah, he was 250 down. And Davey DMX.
Yes.
Shout out to Hurricane, MC Hurricane before he was a DJ.
Right.
Davey DMX was solo sound in Queens.
Gotcha.
And Jay was 250 down. So Joe went to Jay, yo, me and the guy Darryl McDaniels, you know Darryl McDaniels, Butter Love's best friend, because Butter was my best friend, excuse me.
That's okay.
Butter was my best friend. So Jay was, oh yeah, I know Darryl, y'all got a record, cool, I'm down. So when we did the Jam Master, when we did the Hard Times record, Larry said, we need a cool B-side. So Larry came up with the Jam Master J track, which was, it was weird to people because they didn't have a kick drum.
So what was it called? Was it called Jam Master J first?
No, not yet.
What was it called?
It was just a beat.
It was a beat.
For Larry Smith. So me, I got all the rhymes, and for me, it was always, solve a problem. I was like, yo, people keep asking us, why is Run-DMC and there's 3 people up there? By the way, yo, I got this rhyme routine that I wrote about my DJ Jam Master J. So to let people know, J-A-Y, it was really to explain. We was opening for Function. We was opening for Marvin Gaye. We was opening for, and people was like, what the fuck was the band? So I did a song to tell them what I did. So, you know what I'm saying? But it started with then, because around that time, Circumcise was so hard. And I hadn't met none of these guys yet, but Mel and they knew Run. Run is on flyers. if you go look up the early flyers, Curtis
Run.
Blow, son of DJ Run, even he had gigs by himself, featuring son, Joe. Wow. Joe's nemesis was DJ Smalls, the son of Hollywood.
Got you.
So Joe was under Curtis Blow, but Joe, you'll find flyers with Joe name. So me being in Rice High School with the whole Take Cold Crush battle, Treacherous Tree and Cold Crush was friendly, fantastic friend, but it was
beef.
It was beef, but they were friends.
Right.
They hanging out in the Fever, they hanging out playing court. But when it came to the Harlem World so word got to my ear, and you got to understand, I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm a kid. I'm only going to the shows now because I got a record. My mom.
Are you 17, 18 now?
I'm not 18 yet. We're 17 still.
Okay.
Yeah, 17. So, no, 18. I'm 18. I'm 18. I turned 18 first.
Right, yeah.
I turned in May.
Yes.
So, long story short, word was getting around that, the pioneers is kind of mad at us. Wow. And I'm saying to my mom, fuck that shit. I'll battle it. This is just my imagination, though. I would have never did this. Fuck that shit. I'll battle them all by myself. So, my confidence started coming up where you could hear it change on this was my moment. When I say we did the kickoff, the shoe jump, typical Run-DMC. When it was time for me to bust my verse, I'm speaking to everybody who ever touched the mic. We're live as can be, never singing the blues. Got to tell y'all all the good news. The good news is that there is a crew, not 5, not 4, not 3, just 2. That was to the 5, to the 4, and to the treacherous 3, but not directly.
Right, indirectly. Indirectly.
That was directly. You
2 MCs who are claiming the fame, and I can't believe it. Adults. Kids too, but you really got to watch what you'll say.
Yeah,
because I said 2 MCs who are claiming the fame, and all other things won't be the same because it's about time for a brand new group, Run-DMC, to put you. And that was it. That just gave birth to the Rock Box album, and that's what those moments right there. So Joe was just smart to know his knucklehead friend had rhymes. Russell, you have no idea what's about to go on.
How do you feel knowing that hip hop went? Well, how did you feel then when hip hop went from being questioned to being respected?
Loved it, because it was a problem for us though, because Rock Box and MTV, all of that. Oh, it's still a fad. Then King of Rock, excuse me, King of Rock, whatever. But by the time King of Rock dropped, you got fucking KRS-One. You got Cool G Rap. You got all of this. So, and they all respected us, but they took it here. So we like, how we going to compete?
So you really felt like that?
This. Yeah.
Because it was changing, right? Hip hop was changing.
It was changing.
Yeah.
But I always know the two things, in cooking and storytelling and music and stuff like that. Simple is always best.
Talk about change. Hold on.
Yeah.
I was preparing for this interview today.
Okay.
I want you to hear something. I want you to tell me what you understood about it. Hold on.
Yeah, change is.
Oh, I know what happened.
And you got to expect the change too.
Speaking of change, while Max was getting that together,
yep.
How did when Jam Master Jay passed away, how did that change you?
Oh, it just made me realize the importance of peace, love, soul, and have what hip hop is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to change me, the band's done.
Right.
Like the thing is like this. Me and Run could get together and do a show and all that stuff, but it's not Run-DMC. It's like Paul McCartney and Ringo, the 2 guys who used to be in the Beatles. So if you see me and Run It, those are 2 guys that used to be in that band. My joke is this. Run-DMC will get back to, and everybody, this is funny. I don't care, white, black, Puerto Rican, hip hop, rock. I go, okay, Run-DMC will get back together when the Beatles get back together.
Why?
Everybody does that.
Yes.
You got to understand.
So speaking of change, right?
Yeah.
I was watching TV last night. I want you to see this. I want you to speak to this.
Well, I think at one point he probably felt that I wasn't in touch with the market anymore, because I remember when we were doing Bad, I had DMC in the studio because could see what was coming with hip hop. He was telling Frank DeLeo that I think Quincy's losing him, and doesn't understand the market anymore. He doesn't know rap is dead. This was 1987. Rap hadn't even started, and by the time we did Back on the Block, 1992, it was all rap, and at that time, Mike was going after all of the big rappers, whether it was Teddy Riley, whatever, all the rap producers to spend 5 times what they were paying me, to produce his records and so forth.
So hearing Quincy say that, because of course Will was a part of Back on the Block. We came over to the set, but hearing that this Michael not understanding it, but Quincy being a visionary, and you were there with him. What do you think when you hear that? Quincy Jones saying that about the change, the change in the guard, because you were speaking about change with KRS.
Quincy had the God particle, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Quincy saw the synergy and the energy, and you know what happened with Quincy? Michael didn't see it because Michael was just so focused,
locked in on what he was doing.
Right. Which you can do that, but you got to pay attention to what's going on around you.
Absolutely.
Quincy, no matter what he was doing, everywhere he looked, it was there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So the reason why Quincy said that, because he was experiencing it, but Michael wasn't.
Yes. So Quincy stayed in it. Michael was above it.
Right.
And
exactly.
On purpose.
No, on 100%. 100%.
Had you ever have a counter with Michael Jackson? Run-DMC?
Yes. No.
How was that?
He called us to make a record. Okay. Now hearing that is dead and this and that. And he was like, in Run-DMC, you guys are so great. Like,
wait, how did you feel? The king is coming.
I know.
They the king of rock.
Yeah,
too.
we said,
but you got the king of.
He walks in, he got bubbles and everything. We got called. We got called from New York to go to Paramount Studio on Santa Monica. Mike brought it. Mike brought it.
Yes.
He wanted to make a record on Run-DMC. We go. There was me, Run J, and DJ Hurricane. We were supposed to meet him for lunch. He didn't show up till 6 o'clock. He's supposed to be there too.
Standard.
But he walks in, and the first thing I'll never forget this. We didn't say nothing to each other when he said it, but he said, Run-DMC, you guys are great. Everywhere I go. He said, everywhere I go. And then he said, y'all should get all the awards. There's nothing more popular than you. Wow. Michael Jackson said it. When he went to Italy, it's cool. He's Michael. They mobbing him. They all outside. It's like the Vatican when he's in his hotel room. But what is he hearing while his fans are crying? What music is he? He said to us, everywhere I go. Everywhere he had Bubbles in there. Bubbles had on overall sneakers and a hat bag.
Bubbles was listening
to it was crazy.
Bubbles his son.
So for us, when we saw the change coming, we just said we got to buckle down and we got to make an incomparable album.
Right.
So we just started working on Raising Hell.
You started doing it.
Yeah. So because of the rock hymns and this and that. Now we knew not to do what we did on Back from Hell. Because remember, hip-hop started growing again around with NWA, this and that. So if you listen to Back from Hell, which was our flop album, we doing New Jack Swing. Speaking of Teddy Ryan, we doing New Jack Swing, and we doing Gangsta Style.
Pause, y'all did pause.
And we doing New Jack Swing. But we're doing the ad, mother in the 40s and the gun like.
But were y'all trying to conform to what was happening?
Well, only because Jay was in the conformity. He was working with Onyx. So he's thinking, this gonna work for my boys. Because my boys created this. No, we didn't create that. We created what we created. Like you said, in the King and the Legend thing, we don't try to implement. So the Raising Hell thing was, and then this gonna make sense to you, Charlie. So the Raising Hell thing was, Coogie's on some,
G-Rap.
On some, these motherfuckers coming at KRS-One. And remember, KRS-One sending subliminals on
you think against y'all?
Yeah. Kings lose crowns because we was killing.
He's just stay intelligent.
Yeah, no, it was subliminal. It was that rap shit though. You know what I'm saying? But when we met him, it was like he was like,
yes,
it was good on this. KRS-One went at Melly Mel and killed Mel, and Mel snatched the belt.
Wait, but it was kind of what you did to the
5, 4, 3, part of the game.
Yeah.
So me knowing that shit, you know what I'm saying? So we said, we got to buckle down and we got to make an incomparable album. We got to put and the Run-DMC. We could have had 10 more Raising Hells if we would have kept Run DJ. But along the way, we started conforming and stay with success. So the whole thing with Run-DMC, that's why we did Peter Piper. We saying, yo, these motherfuckers got lyrics, but they ain't got rhymes over a beat with a DJ really doing it.
This is true. This is true.
You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Rakim could do that shit. You know, which is great. Been a long time. But he's standing there. You know, Jay-Z can rhyme, but ain't nobody coming out go, yo, what's up, body people? My name's Jam. Dropping the record, calling us out. So we said, we got to make that on the record. So we did Peter Piper. We practiced that shit, caught it in the third attempt. Run. You going to go? Because remember, it was, my name is DMC in the play. We said, we're going to get tighter than that. So Run just said, Peter. He just said, Peter, Piper, Pepper, rhymes, down, times, nimble, quick jam. Like, I could just do it without even hearing her. So we said we're going to do that. We're going to be dynamic.
That's what.
We're going to be
Were
dynamic.
you writing for Run at the time, or was Run writing his own?
Run would write the openings because he was the leader, and then would write his first verse like on Rockbox. For all you sucker MC, but then the rest of the records would be Russ with What You Got D, and I would put it together, and we would do it like routines
just split it.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Just split it. So he wrote his rhymes, but the majority of stuff like that. So even on the Raising Hell, where our personalities shown was, Run came in the studio one day. Yo, I got this idea for You Be Illin', the You Be Illin' song. Mm-hmm. So he came in and he laid it. Me and Running Ray did the ad-libs. So this is why Jay's beautiful. So this is a Run-DMC album, but so you know how there's that album where Beatles album where Paul McCartney's on the whole song, just singing it. You know, John, I don't care. Yeah. So Run, they laid that. So Run would leave because he had 2 kids. He had Vanessa and Angela at the time.
Yes.
So Joe would come. So this is why I love Jay. So, I would hang out just to, drink my old English, sniff my Coke, whatever, and stuff like that. You have something to do and shit, And every now and then, Jay would have to say, yo, D, you got a rhyme for this, you got a rhyme for that. So I'm sitting there, and Jay just turns to me and says, okay, D, Run did his, what you gonna do? And I was like, huh? Jay, I love Jay. Run got his whole record. Jay made sure I had my whole record. So once again, Jay goes, you know what you got? And I was like, yo, Jay, I got these rhymes, man, because everybody's saying that, we too commercial and shit. I got these rhymes. And he was like, how did it go? I said, well, I'm going to start the record like this. Born to rock around the clock. You can't say I'm not. And in case you forgot, because that was
king.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to do that.
That was like, okay, y'all thinking we can't do that Rakim, Cool G rap. We don't, but y'all don't do this. And I'm the devastating my controller DMC. And this is me in my basement ego. But Jay was like, this is beautiful. Because I said, I'm the devastating mic controller DMC. And can't nobody, Cool G rap, with all y'all mess around with, not to him, but,
Right.
But Jay's like, fuck that shit. You going to say that shit. I'm the king of rock, rap, and of rhyme. I'm taking it on. Jay said, yo, we going to. And then when we was on the Fresh Fest, Joe would always tease Buffy and Mark and Cool Rap and do this beatboxing. Jay said, yo, here's what we're going to do. Because Joe did it one night, and we would do it every night just to tease them. And I started, he said, yo, you're going to do that Hitler when Joe's going to do the beatbox thing.
Is that how?
And that's why I said, we leave all suckers in the dust, those dumb motherfuckers. And then that's when we took off. That was the push.
So did you know that?
I just knew it was going to be dope when they saw us do it.
This is the thing I'm asking too, because of the production was so big and so like when when I listen to your catalog, all just the beats alone,
right,
like from the beat when first time you hear it, you know that this is a monster.
Yeah.
You know it, right? Because again, from my understanding, what you've said is that from record 1, it was over. Like y'all were out of here.
Yeah.
So in
from
terms
the boom,
of,
but
I'm saying coming from the hood and then actually, I'm talking naturally being in a rock kind of pop space. Right. Y'all didn't try to do that.
No, it was just natural.
Right.
Yeah. Because
so y'all didn't reject that? You didn't reject that?
No, we didn't. No, not at all. Because what people don't understand, we wasn't the first. We wasn't the first to do it. We just the first to do it on record.
Right, but I'm saying you didn't reject it though. Because usually, like artists, like I'm not trying. They're trying to cross us over. I'm not.
Oh yeah. No. Because we didn't think we was crossing over.
That's my point.
We knew. Don't Rockbox and King of Rock. And Walk This Way. It's just basically the Here We Go routine with the guitars left in.
Right.
Because if you would have came to New York City before Rappers Delight and you saw her, they was playing rock records for the MCs to rap over.
That's true.
So me being a rock fan, I said, yo, let's make a rock record. This is a great question for you. So all Rockbox is our attempt to make Billy Squires Big Beat. So I said, Larry, let's not sample it. Let's make it over. So the DMX drum machine, remember the DMX? With So you put tick on, tick, tick, tick. And here's
I got a question. Go ahead.
So we were trying to, instead of going boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, I went boom, bang, boom, boom, bang, boom, boom, just to have that, you know, the boom bag, that boom bag thing. So originally it was supposed to be and Larry's bass player put the doo 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 and the bells. So it was supposed to be 8-bar loop of drums, 8-bar loop of drums and guitar, 8-bar loop like that. But they just left the guitars in there. That was the revolutionary thing. So we were just doing what was already being done. But Larry and Russell took it, you know, maybe they was high or something. Leave the guitars in there. Which inspired, that shit worked the first time. Let's do the King of Rock.
Let me ask you this.
So we didn't shun we embraced the rock because everybody was rocking over rock anyway.
Gotcha.
Let me ask you, what was it that made you put, and whose idea was it to put the echoes on your voice?
That was my idea. I was trying to be Sha Rock. Shout out to Sha Rock.
Wow.
First, I heard a tape of Sha Rock, and I told Jay, can you do the echo thing they do for Sha Rock? He was like, shit, Jay used to do it manually. Oh, yeah, don't hit it. Jay used to do, the button on the board, Charlie? Jay used to sit there. That's how I would do it. Because Sha Rock, I had shirt in Rice High School, ninth grade. I heard this girl go, to all of you, my name is Sha. I'm not a millionaire. I don't have a car, but here's one thing I want you. And it just gave an extra power. And what was good about the echo, too, it was like, it was a pacifier for me. Because even though I was writing around, I wasn't sure. Run was sure. Everybody said Run had charisma.
Right, but I'm saying I'm saying naked. I didn't see that.
Right,
y'all were complimentary to each other.
Right, exactly.
Literally, y'all was like one, again, two guys, one. Y'all were like one person.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
So it didn't fall off when you over the mic. It didn't fall off.
And that was the beautiful of it. Yes. So the echo was me. I wanted to be Sha. The best voices on the echo that I heard was Sha Rock, Mr. Ness before he became Scorpio, and the Funky 4+1. Because they used to go to parties,
about after that?
Back to back.
What about after that? Who was good after that?
What do you mean?
With the echo.
Oh, coming out with the echo? Yeah. Shit, Greg Nice.
I was hoping you were going to say that. Yeah, Greg Nice.
But he was doing it before me.
Greg Nice.
Yeah,
Greg Nice was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because Greg Nice comes from where they was doing it. So he was doing. So I know when I was doing it, Greg Nice fell in love with me. He was like, I like that guy DMC and stuff like that. Yeah.
Wow.
And later on, Bun B.
Okay.
Everybody on feed. Bun B knew about the echo too. So what I was gonna say was, so when we did the Raising Hell thing, we just said we had to be the ultimate presentation of this hip hop thing. You know what I'm saying? Without trying to be old school and stuff like that. So, we embraced the rock.
Let's get into what DMC has coming up now. All right.
Right now.
What's this current? I know we kind of on time constraints. We got to do a part 2.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely coming to part 2.
Yeah. DMC's book. What's this book about?
Oh yeah, I'm in town. Yeah, I'm in town. I'm doing a book signing. I started a children's book series. My first book is a book that deals with bullying and believing in yourself. It's called Darryl's Dream. So we put that book out a couple of years ago, and I was like, we need to do a book for the holidays. But what's beautiful about the book, Charlie, is African, Jewish, to make the kids say, even though it's different food, different clothes, different music, we all doing the same thing.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's actually hip-hop in a story the same way I've done it with my music. And I got to give props to 2 teachers, Shawn and Johnny Warfield. They're the ones that encouraged me. D, write a book because you can touch so many kids with your story so they can not just see you. I mean, their mothers and fathers and grandfathers know the albums and stuff like that. But now they can relate. You mean this is the kid that became the guy that made this tricky song I saw on Sonic the Hedgehog?
I was about to ask you, illustrating this kid, that's you.
Yeah.
And TikTok and all that stuff is bringing back and kids are getting familiar. They just don't know where it comes from.
That's the beautiful, right. So that's why we got to utilize the airwaves.
Right.
I know you're a very spiritual brother, Charlie, of course.
Yes,
you know what
yeah,
I'm
me
saying?
too.
So
I'm spiritual.
Now we at a point it's not just rap records anymore. It's
Mm-hmm.
TV, it's media, it's movie, it's play. We got to put our lives. I was speaking to somebody from Africa. She said the reason why we can never be defeated because we keep the stories alive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's the
That's
first
why,
thing? What's
that,
the first
that's why
thing
they're trying to kill.
Yes. What is the first thing an evil dictator to do before he brings the troops to beat your ass? Go destroy the museums, bring me the playwrights, bring me the authors, bring me the actor. They kill all the culture. They kill all the arts. Wow. Then they can kill us.
They loot the culture,
you know
and then that's what they did in Iraq.
Yeah. So the book is just the teachers told me I didn't want to do a book. They said, Darryl, you can do the same thing with a book that you've been doing with your music.
But this is not the first time you did a book. This is you did a comic
book.
Oh, I
did. The comic book's been going on for 10 years.
Right. Yeah.
Before hip hop and before rock and roll and before all this Run-DMC stuff, like a lot of us, all I did was read, collect, and draw comic books. That's why when on King of Rock, Run goes, I'm DJ Run, I could stretch. I go, I'm DMC, I could draw. So now the comic book reference, they carry the Easter eggs and stuff like that. But I definitely got to come back because January 23rd, speaking of the rock thing, I'm dropping my newest single off my new album that's going to come out in August. It's me and Sebastian Bach on vocals. Now,
before you go, we got to get into, you got DMC got cookies,
I'll
Christmas cookies.
Hold up, but you got to listen.
All right, go ahead.
Me and Sebastian Bach, Sebastian Bach on vocals. Travis Barker on drums. Mick Mars from Motley Crue on guitar.
Is this a group that y'all put together?
No, it's just they played the studio sessions. You know about those records?
Yes.
In 1969, a record with, the Who. Who was the drummer on it? It was Neil Peart or whatever. So,
but it's your record.
It's my record, yeah. It's my record, and it's me and Sebastian's collaboration. But we got Travis on drums, Mick Mars on guitar, and Duff McKagan from Guns on Bass. And we did one for the hip hop heads. It was always on Disco Breaks album. We did a rock record. We did it was a breakbeat. Ram Jam's Old Black Betty.
Wow.
So I did a reinterpretation. Oh, Black Betty, Bam a Lamb, with Sebastian singing and me rhyming. Now I wrote a song about a girl named Mary. Could have wrote a book about Mariah Carey. Can't forget about Mick and Jerry. How did they get Halle Berry? Paparazzi so damn petty. Heard that Scary was illin' on Eddie. I got something if you think you're ready. This is a song about the girl Black Betty. Betty was a friend of Daisy Dukes. Left Tucson, went to St. Louis. Then she made a stop in Baton Rouge. Joined some Houston singing group. She went solo when she got the boot. Made a lot of money, now she got loot. That damn Betty is so damn cute. Can't wait to see her in a birthday suit. She looks so good. She looks so fine. Swear to God, I wish she was mine. Oh, that's going to be crazy.
And
people love it.
And are you doing the echoes on this? It's your signature.
Of course.
Who produced it?
This guy named Sonic. Sonic the producer. He was an R&B and hip hop producer.
Got you.
Went to a football game because at the football games, at sports games they play music during the intermissions and timed out. So he's sitting there. We did a sampled version at first. And he's the guy that said, you got to do this live. I said, why we got to do it live? He said, I'm sitting at the football game. Guns N' Roses comes on. Metallica comes on. Skid Row comes on. Run-DMC comes on. Rage Against the Machine comes on. He was like, yo, we got to go out and get musicians to do it. Wow. So, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Man.
But also on the album, I got Chuck D. I got Ice-T. That's a crazy album.
So you kind of doing a duet? Like
Yeah.
Eric Sermon just put out a duet as well. So you're doing the same thing pretty much.
I'm just working with real people.
People that you kind of inspire.
Look up to, yes.
How do you feel Eric Sermon got #1 album on iTunes?
It's fucking long time waiting. What the hell are we waiting for? Hip hop, 50 years of hip hop. We just getting started.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because you said something years ago. You said, I'm not retiring.
Yes, I'm not.
You said that.
No,
that was,
I won't
you
stop
said that,
rocking.
Yes, that's what you said.
And I'm not going to retire.
So you still feel that way today?
But you said I won't stop rocking till I retire, but you're still not retiring.
Right, exactly.
Right, yeah.
But you still feel that way today?
Yeah, 100%.
100%. I love that.
Because you got to understand something. This is how I think of it. If you're still able to do it, nobody in their right mind is going to walk up to Patti LaBelle and say, Patti, you're 50 years old. You can't do your...
You said that.
What?
You said that.
Nobody's going to walk up to Stevie Wonder and say, Stevie,
you got to retire, yeah.
So it's different. That's why I hate the thing rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So what do you consider yourself? If somebody asks you, what are you? DMC is what?
I'm the king of rock.
There we go. We're going to end on that. Part 1. Thank you, DMC. Thank you, DMC. Give it up.
Thank you, DMC. And this here is being sponsored by TGI Fridays, man. TGI Fridays, Club Fridays, City Line Ave. Thank you very much. DMC, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
For having me.
We appreciate you being here.
Coming back.
Yeah, coming back. So this is part 1. Stay tuned for part 2, you heard? It's done.
Interviews, music, and more on The Jawn with Uncle O and Charlie Mack.